is going on, all you lovely people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Hora, and this is A Lovely Penguin. And today we are doing the set breakdown of the brand new BTS song, Yet to Come. Their most beautiful, well, I guess I don't know if it would be the most beautiful, but it's their most recent and a very beautiful music video that they put together. It's a beautiful song. If you haven't listened to it yet, you're an absolute fool. You need to go check it out. Even if you don't watch my reaction, just go watch the video. It's awesome. But they had some really, really cool set pieces here, and a lot of it was very, very nostalgic. In fact, all of it was, because it's kind of a homage to the past, if you would, through their other videos. And I will say this, I'm not going to get all the references. I haven't seen every single music video yet, but I can tell you how they put it all together. So if you would sub to the channel, that would be awesome. We want to keep this thing growing. But now let's check out this video. Let's check out these set pieces. So first of all, I will say this, very, very simplistic. They are shooting on location, right? I'm pretty much positive this is in the US. I don't know exactly where they shot this music video, but I know that they're over here doing the chats with the president and all that kind of stuff too, and I'm pretty sure they knocked out a music video while they were here as well. I don't know exactly where this is shot. I want to say it's the Salt Flats, but I feel like that's not it, because the Salt Flats are flat. I mean, there's mountains around, but like normally people go for the flatness, and then also it's a lot whiter. So I think this is just another location out in the desert somewhere. But I mean, either way, it's a great spot. And on top of it, in this shot alone, having all the guys dressed in white, it's really nice. But if you notice, the chairs that they're sitting on, they're also school chairs. They're chairs you'd commonly see in a classroom. So that's just a really little quick bit of set dressing for this shot. And I will say, being that they're out on location, they actually did a good amount of set dressing. I will say this, you're going to see this pickup truck that they have here in the music video a few times. And yeah, I mean, it's a pickup truck. They could rent it out, but I also wouldn't be shocked if somebody just owned this and they let them use it for the video. Or like any people who are on production. A lot of the times people will do that. I will say, on a bigger budget thing like this, they could have had a deal, like a brand deal with this truck company, which I'm forgetting what kind of truck it is. Whatever. So who knows? I'm not really sure. Either way, if it was a rental or if it was borrowed from like a dealership or something along that lines, you know, our team would typically play a role in getting that there. There also are transport companies where they'll literally just transport those cars to and from the sets. They usually just work in tandem with the actual place that you rent the trucks from or the cars from. So it's not too much to do from the art department. You just got to make sure to put the order in and make sure that the trucks are being delivered. So for this one, again, it's not that hard of a set put together. It's a desk you'd see at school with a vase and a rose on it. And then our guy V here, he's dressed in like a schoolboy outfit as well, which I will say this, I know that their earliest music was a lot more of like the schoolboy, like high school themed music. So I think what they're doing in this music video is they're kind of going chronologically through the music videos until they get to the present of where they are and showing that the moment's yet to come. So this would probably be representative of their earliest music that they are showing off here, you know? So then we get the close-up JK in front of the merry-go-round swing thing that I want to say this was in Spring Day, but it might have been from Fake Love. Let me just double check. Okay, so I did just double check it. I was right on the first go. It was Spring Day, which was also the very first music video I checked out. I'm pretty sure this is the exact one. I think they just shipped this whole thing over here to the US for the music video. It wouldn't be too surprising. It would cost a lot of money to do that, and that's fine because BTS has a pretty dang large budget. So it wouldn't be a surprise, but yeah, I mean, they set it up out in the desert, which is pretty cool. And there's another shot a little bit later in the video. I'm going through the video kind of piece by piece. So there's a little bit more of a wide shot. We'll talk about this more when we get there as well. But it's amazing that they even still have it. I mean, I guess it's like one of their most iconic songs and videos, so it makes sense that they would keep set pieces like this. So this big angel, I think this is a call out to Wings, if I believe correctly. However, that's not an actual prop. That is a computer generated angel. Which I will say this, it looks awesome. It looks really good. But when you pause it, you can actually just kind of tell, just the way that it's kind of textured and stuff, it has that kind of computer animation thing. Not a bad thing. It looks amazing. So, but I mean, it's incredibly well done. It almost looks like it could be real, but that thing would be absolutely massive if they actually had it. But I'm pretty sure this is computer animated into the shot as well. Now this one is another really cool little setup here. They brought this piano out. I feel like I know this one. It kind of reminds me of Blood, Sweat, and Tears a bit, and I'm wondering if that's the reference for this one. Just because of how colorful it is, and like in Blood, Sweat, and Tears, they had kind of like a mystical forestish area that was also similarly colored. So I don't know if that's exactly what it is that they're going for here, but it's a really, really cool set piece because obviously they brought out the piano. They made a little bit of a stage. You can kind of see that there's a stage piece right here where the piano's set on, because you don't want to ruin that piano by putting it in the sand. It'll get inside of it and just destroy the inner workings of that piano. So you want to keep it off the sand itself. But then they got a bunch of bushes and like weed type looking plants. Not weed like drugs, but like weeds, plants that grow up where you don't want them to grow. Those kind of weeds. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if they took them and just like spray painted them with different colors and whatnot, just because that's not the normal color. Like usually these kind of plants don't grow blue, but they mix them in with the natural and then also the colored ones, and it just really adds a cool little bit of a touch to it. So we get a little bit closer here, and yeah, they added in a bunch of like desert looking flowers and such to make it look almost like a little oasis without any water, if you would. But that is a thing that the art department had to do, most likely renting out these kind of flowers and plants and foliage and whatnot, and spacing it to make it look as natural as they could. You know what I mean? That's the nice part about working with sand, is that you don't have to like dig holes and like do all this stuff like you would on dirt. You just kind of stick it into the sand and it'll stay. So it's a little easy, but also still a relatively difficult build. You want to do a lot without making it too much, and I think that they pretty much nailed it for this shot. But yeah, you can see a little bit closer up here that they have all these colorful flowers and whatnot, which again, I wouldn't be surprised if they rented out, just because these flowers wouldn't just grow in the middle of the desert. You know what I mean? And then on top of it too, the piano. It's most likely a rental. You can rent pianos and such from different prop houses and stuff. There's usually ones that are more particular to music, so they'll have a bunch of different types of instruments and different colored instruments and different shapes and forms and whatnot of all the same instruments and whatnot. So there's a lot of prop houses that have that kind of stuff. So if they're shooting this over in the US somewhere, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did it over in California or Nevada or something, then yeah, there's more than enough places that you could easily rent this kind of stuff, and you'd have no problem at all getting what you need, Then we got the shipping container as well as 2 gas pumps. One's half buried, and then the other one's not. They also have a couple of dead trees in there. Which, to be honest with you, again, I'm pretty sure they added those in because if you notice, everywhere else there's no sorts of plants or anything. This has been a desert for a very long time, and nothing grows here besides a little bit of bushes and all that kind of stuff. And then also you can see that there's flowers like growing up the side of the shipping container. Again, all pieces that you could rent, or that you can rent, which they most definitely did. I will say this though, and you can actually tell too. It's funny. You can actually tell they did dig a hole and put this gas pump into it. You can kind of see where the ground's unlevel, and it kind of is a slightly different tint than all the rest of the sand, and that's because some of the sand from underneath has been brought to the surface because they dug a hole. But regardless, it's a really cool thing. And I will say this, I'm not sure what this one's referencing, to be honest. I feel like it almost would be possibly like from the music video on, maybe, where like foliage was kind of taking back over humanity. I'm probably wrong on that one, to be honest with you. This one is definitely getting more confusing. I'm not 100% sure. Also, now that I'm thinking about it too, I think I was wrong about the chronological thing because they do bring the school bus in, and that was from like the very first music video I remember seeing. So I don't think this is chronological either. But I'm not 100% sure where this one comes from. So if you do know, let me know down in the comments below. They use this train as well for the music video for Spring Day. I wonder if it's actually the same train, because if they sent over the like circular merry-go-round type thing from the music video, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually used the same train too. I will say this, I've never had to rent a train or anything like that, especially to bring it out to a location, because obviously this thing wasn't just here, like they brought it. But I'm not 100% sure how you'd actually get this, to be honest. I don't know if it's a thing you can necessarily rent. You probably have to special order it. But it also wouldn't be too surprising if they actually still had the prop from when they actually did the real music video, brought it out here and just kind of dirtied it up to make it look like it's been sitting out there for the last, 8 years since that music video came out. But yeah, I mean, still, it's really cool. I mean, look at it. It's all beat up and dirtied, you know? It's also really not that hard to dirty up a train or dirty up anything, really. For the most part, what I would do if this was me is literally just take a bunch of sand and dirt and just kind of mix it up and put a little bit of water in, not a lot. And then basically just kind of take handfuls of it and throw it at the train and just splatter the side with it so it looks kind of like it's just been dirty for a while, you know? And that's kind of what it looks like they did here as well. You know, it's a simple thing. Most people wouldn't even think about it, but yeah, it's the stuff that we do to make these look a little bit more aged. I'd be surprised if they actually painted it to make it look aged. I think like there's plenty of sand and dirt and stuff that you could make it dirty. Oh, sorry. Now we're also seeing another close-up shot of this piano, and you can see the floor a little bit better. So you can see that they built a little stage, and then they put like AstroTurf kind of material underneath it to make it look almost like grass. Because obviously grass is not growing out here in the desert. And then we got the school bus. The school bus that reminisces back all the way to No More Dream. Right? Or no. Yeah, No More Dream was the one that had the school bus in it, where they're destroying the neighborhood and whatnot. I will say, this was the first thing that was very much like, oh, this is definitely in the U.S. for me. Because as we get closer to it, everything's written in English on it. So it's got all the normalities of a United States school bus on it. I will say it also is a nice little touch. They switched up the license plate to say "Yet to Come," which is really sweet. And yeah, this is definitely the throwback to their very first debut song or music video, No More Dream. So it's another cool little feature to it that is nice. I actually kind of like that they saved it for last, to be honest. And then the boys also will then be seen sitting right on the inside to end off the music video, just like they were seated in it for No More Dream, which is just that kind of ultimate like throwback as well. And this bus just comes like this. This is what an American school bus looks like on the inside normally. So they're just chilling in a school bus. They didn't have to do anything to it. So yeah. So that's going to do it for the music video. I thought this video was really, really cool, really well done. It's an awesome homage to their past and the journey that they've been on so far. And it's also really nice and hopeful for the future as well. So it's something that makes you feel good about what's to come, you know? Because like they say in the song is like this moment is just right now, and it's like the best is yet to come. You know, we're not even there yet. So I really love this song. I love the video. I'm very excited to hear Proof, the whole album. And yeah, it'll be a good time. So that'll do it for today's video. If you're not subbed to the channel already, please go ahead and do it, because we're trying to grow. We're trying to get bigger and better and all that good stuff. So, yeah, guys, please, if you get a chance, do that. And then, guys, also, before you go, if you get a chance, check out all the links down in the description below. We got tons of different social medias and all that stuff going on. I also have a Discord and a Twitch channel where you guys can come and actually interact with me on the regular. I've started doing a little bit more cooking streams on Twitch, so that might kind of pique your interest a little bit as well. And yeah, we just want to hang out and get to know you and love you a little bit, you know? So yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Stay aggressively positive. Have a great week. And yeah, be safe out there. Enjoy this album as I think as the rest of it comes out. I don't think they've released the rest yet. So yeah, love you. Bye.